Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have more of a Beatles related type video update. I do have a couple Beatles items that are just on the group. Got a couple solo stuff, and then I also have some records that again are kind of more Beatles related. Nothing really too special about this other than showing you some stuff I found from kind of local antique store finds. So it's kind of like a mismatch of just some interesting finds. So we're going to just start off on the Beatles, and then may do a solo, and then again some related stuff afterwards. So we're going to start off with a couple 45s here. These will be a couple antique store finds. It looks like We Can Work It Out, Day Tripper, and this is just a picture sleeve. I got it for a couple dollars, so I have like a label variation in my collection. So I'll just stick the picture sleeve in it with that particular record. So a couple bucks for a picture sleeve. I was pretty happy with that. And then next up we got John Lennon, Plastic Ono Band, Mother, with Y on the back, the Yoko Ono song. So hopefully this will just be a kind of a placeholder for the picture sleeve. Hopefully I can find that eventually, because I think it's a little bit of a tougher one to find. Alrighty, so that's all the Beatles 45s, and I just have one Beatles LP, and this is the Beatles Rock and Roll Music Volume 2, and someone really loves the Beatles, which is good, and this is a UK pressing from 1980, so this is on the MFP label. Here is the insert, and it looks like this was from November 1980. So here is the label. And this was actually a gift given to me by one of my friends, so I really appreciate that. And now I'm going to have to be on the lookout for Rock and Roll Music Volume 1, the UK edition. I do have the US pressings. I have the volumes 1 and 2, and then the Rock and Roll Music compilation album itself. So those are all the Beatles as a group items as I have here, and I do have one solo album here. We'll go next, and this is a 1978 Wings Greatest Hits. I've been tempted to buy this one. I've seen it around, and it just hasn't been the right time to pick it up. It might have been a little bit too expensive, but this one was just kind of the right price at the right time. Had the poster and everything. So I decided to pick it up. If you haven't seen the poster before, let's see if I can open it up here. It's double-sided. There's the front, and there's the other side. There we go. Alrighty. And it also had the inner sleeve. And here's the record label. Not in perfect shape, but again, it was a good enough price, and it had all the inserts and everything, so I was happy to finally pick up this album to kind of keep going with the McCartney discography, or the Wings discography, or kind of both. Alright. So the next Beatles related item I'm going to show is the Beatles hits in brass and, what is that? Percussion, yeah. So, another antique store find. The original pressings from 1966 has songs from kind of Hard Day's Night to Help, even has Michelle on it, but that kind of song time frame. But I believe this is a later reissue, because the label is a little bit different than what I've researched, so I'm not quite sure what year this is, but I'm guessing closer to 70. I don't think this is a 60s pressing, unless there's a reissue from the later 60s. But anyway, I thought it was a cool cover. Kind of be interested to hear what this interpretation of Beatles songs are. Alright, so all the next items I have are going to be Beatles kind of related. Either that means there'll be covers or Beatles on Apple. I got 3, or not Beatles on Apple, just artists on the Apple label. So we're going to start off, let's just do the 45 first. I got 145, and this is a 2021-22 release. This is Tenacious D, and they cover Never Give Me Your Money and The End. My brother is a Tenacious D fan, so I got it for his birthday back last year, but this got delayed, so it finally arrived at the beginning of kind of this month. So anyway, here is the label. It's just a one-sided record, but on the back side it has kind of an etching. If you can see if we can get it, there you go. So yeah, interesting record. Everything looks to be pretty good. Maybe a slight warp there, but can't complain. Anyway, so I thought that was a fun thing to get from my brother, and then I kind of just, absorbed it into my collection. So there you go. Mimics the Abbey Road photo. Alright, so now we got 2 more LPs. And we got Badfinger, straight up. This is a 1971 pressing on the Apple label. Again, I've seen this record around in kind of antique stores, but they always seem to be pretty beat up, or just kind of a little too much that I'll be willing to pay for it. But I found this one for a pretty decent price, and the shape wasn't in too bad of shape, or too bad of condition. So it has, let's see, Day After Day, and what else is on here? Baby Blue, yeah, there. Kind of hits on this one, so kind of interested to hear the other songs. I mean, I don't really listen to Badfinger too much. I mean, I know all their kind of hits, so kind of interested to see what other kind of songs they got on that. Okay, so we are down to the last record today, and it's a little bit interesting, I guess, story behind it, because it's a band called Clotu, and I believe I showed their second album probably a couple months ago, but this is the first album, and people thought that this was the Beatles in the 1970s. I believe this came out in 1976, yep. But it turned out, I believe they're a Canadian band, but there's the back. And I just like the story, I like the cover, so I decided just to pick it up. Again, pretty nice shape, pretty good price. So it's on the orange red capital label there. So yeah, I thought it was an interesting story. I listened to their second album that I picked up, and kind of interesting. I mean, not bad. I thought it was kind of, again, more interesting listen. So kind of more, I guess, more prog kind of feel to it, with some kind of psych, I think. I haven't listened to this album yet, though, so be interested to hear what this one sounds like and kind of hear some Beatles-esque music.